Caddis Fly. You are, of course, a fly, but because of your large wings, you're often compared to moths or mistaken for a moth. How does that make you feel?
Well, I'm a fly. I'm a caddis fly, but I do hang around with moths. We're all nocturnal, come out together, at night, and people just think I'm a moth, but I'm not really. Obviously, I'm a fly.
Most of your life, you're under the water as a larvae, and you have some extraordinary skills. Could you explain to us how you build your home down there?
Well, I'm such a great architect. I'm an artist, I'm a designer, and depending, I'll make a house out of stones, out of leaves, all tiny little pieces cut together. I'll sometimes use a bit of reed stem. It all depends on what's around me. But stone's my favourite, I think, because I love those stony conditions. But basically what I do is kind of like sweat out a silky glue, particularly around the glands around my mouth. And as a result, everything sticks, and I can make it all nice and smooth, and I do a bit of wriggling as well, and I can move about in my case. So it gives me that protection.
Does your case need a lot of repairing, or is it strong once you finish building it?
No, I make it quite good and strong, but when I go into that pupate stage, I seal both ends up, and when I've turned into the adult, I have to sort of like saw my way out of it.
How long does it take you to build it?
Not long, a few days maybe. I'm quite quick when I get going.
What's your greatest threat, or are you pretty safe in your stone house?
Well, you'd like to think a house would give you a bit of protection, but unfortunately, things like dippers do like to have a bit of a nibble at me, and they can grab me a bit better because I've made a house where if I was under the stone stuck, it'd be harder for them. So yeah, maybe it's not such a good idea, but yeah, food for dippers.
How long do you live down in the water for?
Ooh, good 12 months, maybe, yeah, about a year.
What time of year do you like to emerge from the water?
Well, anything from sort of like February, March time really. When it starts warming up, days like today would be really nice. It's quite warm and sunny here, isn't it, today?
And do you all emerge at the same time or on your own?
No, we like to drag it out, but groups better because you feel a bit safe in numbers because there's a lot of things out there waiting to eat us, like the Atlantic salmon and the brown trout. They hang around and wait.
How do you reproduce?
Carefully.
How long do you expect to live as an adult fly?
Well, 1 to 2 weeks. But you have a lot of fun because it's all about the next generation.
Does anything ever make you cross?
Yeah, state of our rivers and ponds. It's a disgrace sometimes. We're expected to live amongst all the rubbish and other human rubbish and waste and stuff like that, and it's just not on. Our rivers are terrible, and we're there as an indicator of water quality. So if you're looking in a pond or a river and you don't find me, there's definitely something wrong.
Are there any other animals on the river that you admire?
I do like, although they might eat me, I do like salmon and trout and those European eels. They're just incredible species.
Would we miss you if your species disappeared altogether?
Yeah, definitely. You'd miss me, and it could be because you'd miss things like kingfishers that eat the fish that eat me, and you'd miss dippers that like to eat me and get me out of my cases and stuff like that, and you'd not see salmon or trout or eels because they like to eat me as well as the fish that eat me. So I'm so important to the rest of life, you would absolutely miss me.
What would you say is your best feature?
My house building skills, absolutely, definitely. Whatever is around me, I will use. And if somebody actually dropped a bit of gold, silver, diamonds, jewellery like that, I'd stick that on and be a bit blingy. But unfortunately, if people left a bit of plastic, I tend to use that as well, and that's not good either, is it really? Who wants a plastic house?
Is there anything else unusual about you that we might not know?
I can breathe through my skin. I get a bit of circulation through the case from the oxygen through the water, but I can also absorb a little bit through my skin. I think that helps when you're in a case.
If you had a message for us, what would it be?
Stop making a mess of my rivers and ponds. Fresh water's so important to everybody. The whole world depends on fresh water, but we're making a mess of it. It's not just for me, it's for everybody.